Chapter 10. Racism and actions to punish and silence citizens. So, here in Sweden we have been debating racism for a long time now. You know, we're a very racist country here. If you come here from Italy, or France, or Germany, or Norway, or Iceland, or America, or Japan, you know, be wary, because this country is very racist, and it might hurt you. So I'm not so serious when saying that, because a lot of tourists have come here, and I'm not sure if they have been, you know, target of the racism. But here in Sweden we have quite a few actions to find racism in the population. We have government-funded organizations that look through social media for statements and expressions that could be racist or racist in such a matter or way that you are to be convicted of this crime that's invented here. It's called hets mot folkgrupp, and this means that you have uppviglat mot en folkgrupp. You have been targeting a specific people or country of origin or religion, or you know, the like, these kind of categorizations that people like to put on themselves to show what kind of community they are from or they represent. So we have a law that says that it's forbidden to you know, talk badly about some folk group. But this is not symmetrical, because there are no, or at least very few, convictions of people being racist under this law to perhaps Swedish citizens who have been living here for generations. But we have a huge amount of convictions under this law where Swedish citizens are convicted of calling another group, perhaps an international group or religious group, something bad. So this law is not equal for everyone, so to say. And recently we have an organization led by a person called Tobias Hübinette, who was recently granted 3.9 million Swedish crown to examine racism in the Swedish internet culture. And this racism, I assume, is concentrated to the racism that they can find within the Swedish language, because that's the interesting racism, of course. Racism here is one-directional. You can mainly be racist if you are not part of the oppressed group, so to say. And I think you will find this kind of reasoning familiar abroad. Our police are politically motivated, and they are on a quest to suppress racism.
Mycket.
Vad tänker du om det som hänt?
Ja, man blir ju naturligtvis förtvivlad och alla inblandades vägnar. Naturligtvis den som blir dödad, dennes anhöriga. Men också för en enskild ung kille som begår en sån här förskräcklig händelse. Vad har den personen varit med om för någonting? Vilka omständigheter har den killen växt upp?
And we tidy our statistics here. 2005 was the last year where ethnicity was incorporated in crime reports of victim and offender. So at that time, we drew the conclusion that this aspect of statistics or crime statistics is not relevant. And we have had a few people, defending this assumption or conclusion over the years. And one key figure or prominent figure is called Jerzy Sarnecki. And I will get back to him, I think. As I said, the racism is very one-directional here in Sweden, and I'm gonna compare here a case where someone mentioned a site called Gang Rape Sweden on Twitter and a video of a popular person on YouTube called JC Bus. And we have had new laws that forbids citizens to collect public documents into databases that can be accessed and browsed and searched through. This is now for journalists only, and perhaps also some other specific roles. But citizens who are granted access to these documents cannot collect them and put them into a database for others to access and examine, even if it's the true documents. Even if it's the documents that are official, that the citizens are by law allowed access to, they can't do it anymore. This is only for journalists. So you have to be a journalist if you want to collect documents and present trends or conclusions. Yes.